Welcome, welcome, I'm QXM, and there's been a terrible disaster. My librarian, my Fletcher, my cartographer. No! Why? Welcome back to another episode on the Minecraft multiplayer server. I have some work to do out here at the farms, and I hope you enjoyed the intro. I thought it was appropriate. If you saw the quick hit videos, you might have been able to pick up that I was a little frustrated with Minecraft. I actually had a couple episodes that I wanted to do, but I was really kind of crabby last week and unhappy with Minecraft, a little frustrated. So we're going to pick up where we left off, and I have a little work to do, so I thought I'd bring you guys along, talk about what happened. Um, I've gone ahead and finished an iron farm. It's right here. You can see it's a passive farm still. We can hit it with the lava blade. Don't go in there, push me in. And they just die. I have a rail system. I can pretty much come here and just sit right in my minecart and go to bed, and then wake up in the morning. And we have iron. I also built it over here where the slime farm was, so I'm also picking up some slime. There's not going to be a terrible amount out here because I've transported a bunch over. The reason I didn't build it this way to begin with, this is the way I thought it would go, but I didn't know how water was going to react to cactuses. Because if you put a block like next to the cactuses just pop off. I didn't know if water was going to do the same thing, but it doesn't. It seems to work fine, and actually, this is, I think, outperforming the other one right at the moment. So you can see, yeah, we're getting plenty of slime. So this is doing really well. All the platforms up there producing quite a few slime, and they're bouncing off. So I can get a 2-for-1 situation, well, actually 3-for-1, because I have the two slime farms right next to each other, and I do seem to be getting at least partial spawns. But yeah, last week was frustrating. You couldn't tell from the quick videos. Basically what happened. Here's my story. Here's my story. And I'm going to try and walk and chew bubblegum at the same time, and I don't do it very well here because I'm not sure how I'm going to do all this cleanup work. I need to get rid of all this water. But something else that's been interesting is, look, you can kind of see there's actually, here, wait a minute. There's actually, oh, well, I guess I have to, oh, no. Can I grab you? There we go. It's actually see, right there. It was invisible. Very much the same as the quick hit video. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. But things disappeared because I almost killed the entire server. Like I say, here's my story. I could have been so less frustrated in retrospect looking. I could have done so many things differently, but I ended up just grinding and grinding and grinding my way through it because I was determined to get this farm up and running. I was really tired of not having iron as a resource. I was also under the false impression that Mojang had enacted a patch that actually destroyed these passive iron golem farms. It must have been a snapshot video, and they must not have enabled it or gone forward with it when they released the update. And this would have been a while ago, but I thought that you had to now like melee the iron golems, and you don't. And I was to the point where I was ready to just wreck face. I was ready to punch iron golems into nothingness because my strip mine here on this server is bigger than in any world that I've ever been in. And I just got tired of it. So it was like, okay, even though we just built those two farms, the slime farms, and I didn't want to build another farm, I really needed iron and was tired of strip mining. I love mining. but it has its place. I want to like relax and do my mining and get my resources, and but when you have to do it all the time to like do any little project, it just gets old and annoying. So decided I was going to build this. The update for 1.11 had been out for about a week, and I hadn't upgraded the server because it just didn't really have a reason. So I figured, all right, this is the perfect opportunity because I want to make sure that the farm works. I didn't want to make sure that it, or build it in 10.2 and see it working, and then update the server because I wanted to explore the new content and then find out that something was broken. So when I had backed up the server, when I had built the farm and then was ready for the villagers, and then my first disaster, which was the first quick hit video, which was the zombie spawners aren't spawning zombie villagers anymore. So obviously I needed villagers to run my iron golem farm, and I didn't have any. So grind number one, just go back to the old way, run around at night, blah, 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 finally find one, trap them in a dirt corridor, and convert him, and then ship him over. Of course, how many times have you done that and like no zombie villagers for several nights, and then all of a sudden daytime's coming and you don't get just one villager, you get three, and you're trying to catch all three because you need all of them, right? And then you get one caught and you're trying to get the other two, and you're taking damage, and all of a sudden creeper comes up and blows and they're all dead. That happened several times. I did find I had a system at the end. I used a horse because it had a little circuit that I was running, and by the time I came back around in the circuit, the guys where I started the circuit with the horse had despawned. So I was getting a lot more spawns just by running a little circuit with the horse, and I wasn't taking as much damage. So at the end of it, it was going pretty good, but the path to get there was extremely frustrating. And I have a bunch of videos planned, and I just I couldn't do them last week. Just couldn't do them. But you'll be seeing them. You'll see them. You'll see them this week and next week. So I hope you enjoy those. But anyway, let's get back to finishing what we were doing. This is going to be terrible because I think I had some water disasters, and some of these spawning platforms aren't lit up anymore. But anyway, as also part of that process, I thought I would be a smart guy, right? I had upgraded the server. I figured, I just reverted back to 10.2. I haven't done anything with the new content. I hadn't spawned in any new chunks. I hadn't gotten any new items. So I just go back to 10.2. Another terrible disaster. Thought I'd destroy the entire server. All of these chests disappeared. They're here, but everything, you can see there's things in them now. But yeah, look, these are all full. No big deal. This was just extra stuff that was left over from mining out here. So, and it only affected the chunk that loaded. Thank God, because I think it would have killed the server. I don't think I could have restocked all the inventory back at the city. And I did a bunch of work on the city, and we'll go back there in a couple of days and I'll show you what's going on there. But yeah, I thought I killed the server. So if you upgrade to 1.11, whether it's a single player world or a server, don't revert back. Because whatever chunk loads when you go back to 10.2, you lose all of your inventory. I lost all the slime. Yeah. So horrible, terrible. Don't do it. Not a good idea. But that is my story, and it was horrible. Like I say, in retrospect, I could have done things a lot differently rather than just grinding my brains out. But I didn't know, I didn't intend to grind my brains out, but that's just the way it worked out. Things are better now. Things are a lot better. The iron golem farm is working. The slime farms are working really well. I'm not gonna. Okay, that's a bad idea. I need the bucket. I'm in a much better mood, so I have some good things planned for this week. Yeah, see, there you go. Another item that disappeared. Oh, by the way, the villagers that I brought over for a test case, the ones that had all the good trades, just to make sure the transportation system, gone. From the live stream, I had a dog, gone. Everything was gone, man. It was horrible. Oh, and also from the opening, I didn't lose all those guys all at the same. What the? How did? What? I didn't lose them all at the same time. That happened while I was grinding my face off, trying to get villagers and get them out here. So I thought it was an appropriate intro to today's video. Where are you? There you are. I was really confused when I came over here before. I tried to work from the top down, and that wasn't working out. I couldn't understand what was going on. Now I know what was going on is the signs have actually disappeared. I wonder what else has happened. In fact, let's go up there and see what's going on. And at one point, my nephew came over, and he was trying to talk to me about some serious things. And this, of course, is in the middle of me grinding. I've actually had brought some villagers over, and one of my breeding cells. There we go. I know you're there. I know. Okay, this isn't gonna work. We're just gonna have to come from the bottom. But one of my breeding cells, I wanted to see if maybe breeding the villagers, because I hadn't done that before. I couldn't be bothered with figuring out that mechanic. But I had bred guys in one of the cells, and they went nuts. they were breeding fools, man. And he was talking to me, and I was trying to do something about that situation, moving them around, and of course that didn't work out very well. Is this water okay? Yeah. While he was talking to me, and I couldn't quite, I couldn't really pay attention to him, and I just kind of like this video right here. I couldn't pay attention to him, and I couldn't pay attention to the villager situation. Here we go. All at the same time, and next thing you know, I turned around, and there were villagers everywhere. There was villagers all over the Iron Golem farm. There were villagers on the ground. There were villagers all over the top of it. Oh my God, they were just everywhere, man. They were just breeding fools. Kind of crazy. All right. I felt bad because I was really having trouble talking to him. I need to get up there. How am I gonna? All right. We need more of you guys. I'll be able to reach you if I can. All right, let's go make some more ladders. So yeah, just all kinds of crazy things happened that made me frustrated. This is a much better day, much better week, much happier. I'm also looking forward to the next video. You'll have to wait. You'll have to wait. I've been waiting for a week to do it. I'm excited to get that done and put that out for you. But anyway, that's what's been going on. I have the farm going here. Everything is awesome. I just needed to step back from the game a little bit. Like I say, a villager breeding system probably would have been a better way to go, rather than just running around at night. But you know, everything's different in retrospect, isn't it? Well, I didn't make the ladders, did I? And give it to me. Hopefully that's enough. But with the changes here to the slime farms, everything seems to be good here. The fact that the Iron Golem farm, that I didn't intend that. I actually went out traveling. Where are you? There you are. Well, looking for somewhere to build the farm. What's going on here? And it was by chance during a live stream, and it was just by chance that I decided to build here. Because I couldn't find anywhere. And I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Why don't I just build it out here? That way, if I come out, I can double up my effort, get 2 for 1. And I'm glad I did. Glad I didn't find a good spot to build. And it turns out we're actually really close to Wiz's place, which is good for him. Free iron for him. Whenever he needs them. Okay. So this is how you're gonna be, huh? We need to light this up probably because say I had some water disasters while we were building and it was all blocked in, so I just couldn't be bothered with fixing it. So I'm a little worried, especially in the next one up. I think the next 2 up could be issues. Hope there's not, but I'm sure there's going to be. And we're almost there. And let me finish up what I'm doing right here, and then I'll bring you back and I'll show you the iron golem farm. Welcome back. Here is the iron golem farm. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. It was really confusing with the disappearing sign thing. You haven't seen an iron golem farm. Basically, we have 2 spawning platforms. We have, I'm not sure, it's just like one here, and then there's one about midway. Kind of see everything pushes to the middle. It's 4 blocks open in the middle. I think it's a 20-foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, not 20 foot, but 20 by 20 area. I've got water pushing to the middle, and then on the outside, I have these containment areas. The water's pushing them to keep them in the center. We have 4 in each little side here. You see we've got the doors. Is it 6 and then not 6 and then 6, and it's like that around, so it's 12 per side. You can do the math. These were the guys that were doing all the breeding. They were going crazy. I had a little platform and they were all over the place, and some of them had been falling down, and oh, there it goes, there he goes, woo. So you can see it's actually working. But yeah, that's the iron golem farm. Then they go down, hit the lava blade, and they drop the iron and the red flowers. So the dye shop, but this was the first chest that I ran into that was disappeared, and there was a dog, and I don't know if he's around here or anything, but he was sitting right here next to this chest. This was here, but this chest wasn't here. So I ran over. Was the first indicator that there was something wrong. So I ran over there, and you see there's a big chest by the bed. I knew this chest was here, and when I saw that there was nothing around, I knew that there was an issue. And then of course I ran downstairs to where all those chests were loaded, and obviously there was nothing there, and that's when I changed it back to 1.11. There's nothing here, right? There wasn't room to do another spawning platform here. Let's knock this out. Oh, really? Oh. And well, all right. So we've had nothing spawning on this platform. It may be a little too high for where I'm sitting, and there you go. You can see the remnants. This is kind of what it looks like when we reverted to 1.10, and then everything disappeared. You can see the chest. It's actually here. Over. Well, I guess you can't really see it, but it's actually here. You can open it; it reappears. But that's the issue I was running into. And this one too. I don't know if maybe because they were invisible, maybe they're not collecting anything. But again, this also might be... What are you? This might be too high for this platform to actually be running while I'm sitting in the minecart. This one is not, though. I know this one works. But we've been in the area and we've only gotten 6 slimes. It hasn't been that long. It's only been about... What time is it? Alright, so it's been about 15 minutes since I left you. You see this one has 6, and let's go to the other little farm over here and see how she's doing. Like I say, I think this one is actually outperforming the other one. Yeah, so I've at least got, you know, a 26 and 27, so you can see it's collecting a lot more over here, which is good. It's good to think that my brain, even though I hadn't built one, I'd thought about building one, and it's actually performing rather well. Sorry about the little bit of a talky episode. I just had to kind of clean the system, get things going in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to the next episode, and I think you will enjoy it too. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and like I said, see you in the next episode. Ah, music to my ears.